He never argues his value. He never explains why he's different, and he never chases someone who doubts him. Not because he doesn't care, but because he understands something most men learn too late. Convincing is the fastest way to lose power. In a world where everyone is trying to sell themselves on dating apps, in conversations, in relationships, the Stoic man stands out by doing the opposite. He doesn't pitch, he doesn't persuade, he doesn't plead his case. He simply exists in his frame and lets reality speak for him. And that's exactly why he's so hard to ignore. Most men believe attraction is created through effort, through the right words, the perfect explanation, the emotional speech that finally makes her see him differently. So when she pulls away, he leans in. When she doubts, he over-explains. When she tests, he panics and performs. But the Stoic man understands a deeper truth. Attraction is not built by convincing, it's built by certainty. Certainty doesn't argue. Certainty doesn't chase approval. Certainty doesn't beg to be understood. Certainty simply stands. When he doesn't try to convince her, it sends a powerful, almost unsettling message. I'm okay whether you choose me or not. And that's the moment the dynamic shifts. Because now, he's not reacting to her emotions, she's reacting to his stability. Here's what most people don't realize. Trying to convince someone puts you beneath them. The moment you start explaining why you're worthy, you've already accepted the idea that they are the judge and you are on trial. The Stoic man refuses that courtroom. He doesn't argue when she says, I'm not sure. He doesn't panic when she goes quiet. He doesn't rush to clarify his intentions when she pulls back. He lets silence do the work, not as a tactic, not as manipulation, but as alignment. If she feels him, she stays. If she doesn't, he lets her go. That's the frame. In American culture, especially, we're taught to persuade, to market ourselves, to talk more, explain more, try harder. We're rewarded for effort, for hustle, for pushing. But attraction doesn't follow hustle rules. Attraction follows emotional gravity, and gravity doesn't shout, it pulls. The Stoic man knows that if he has to convince her, the connection is already unstable. Real desire doesn't need arguments. It doesn't need justification. It doesn't need speeches. It recognizes itself. That's why when she tests him by doubting, by withdrawing, by subtly questioning his value, he doesn't rise to the bait. He doesn't get defensive. He doesn't try to win her back with logic. He stays calm, and calmness in moments of uncertainty feels like authority. Think about it. When chaos hits, who do people trust? The one who's frantic or the one who's grounded? His emotional control becomes the loudest signal in the room. This is what women feel, even if they can't articulate it. His lack of need creates safety. His composure creates curiosity. His independence creates attraction because neediness feels like pressure, and pressure kills desire. When a man tries to convince, he leaks energy. He gives away his center. He says, without words, I need you to choose me so I can feel okay. The Stoic man says something else entirely. I'm already okay. That doesn't make him cold. It makes him solid. He still shows interest. He still leads. He still cares. But he never chases clarity from someone who isn't offering it freely. There's a quiet confidence in knowing that the right person won't require convincing. They'll require presence, consistency, truth. So when she says, I don't know what I want, he doesn't try to become the answer. He becomes unavailable to confusion, not angry, not dramatic, just unavailable. That's self, respect in motion. And here's the paradox. The moment he stops trying to convince her, she often starts trying to understand him. Why? Because his behavior breaks the pattern. She's used to men pushing, proving, pleading. She's used to emotional noise. His silence feels different. His steadiness feels rare. It forces her to confront her own uncertainty without him absorbing it. This isn't about games. It's about boundaries. The Stoic frame is simple. I don't fight for attention. I offer presence. If it's met, it grows. If it's not, he walks, and he walks without bitterness. That's what makes him powerful. In the end, the Stoic man doesn't win her by convincing her. He wins by refusing to abandon himself, by holding his ground, by trusting that his value doesn't need a defense attorney. Because the strongest signal a man can send isn't how much he wants her, it's how complete he is without her. And that's why he never tries to convince her. He lets truth decide.